Hello, everybody. Okay, this is going to be a speed run through all the things that are happening and coming. There'll be a bunch of QR codes along the way, so you might be ready. All right, so on the regulatory horizon, the CRA is coming. We've been preparing. If you sell products in the EU, this will be important. Let's see, 2027 December is when the law is going to be in effect. The AGIS project, the AGIS initiative, it encompasses a wide spectrum of security features we need as an ecosystem to meet the regulatory requirements and security best practices of the moment and beyond. So from source through HEX, work is being funded by grants, which cover initial implementation, but we will need ecosystem-wide participation to maintain it. Funding for AGIS in 2025 has been led by Herman Ultraschall and will continue as a co-funder in 2026. For ongoing funding of initiative features and maintenance, the support will need to broaden in the ecosystem. All right, so we are also showing up at a whole bunch of other venues. So we're attending regular meetings of the OpenSSF, Open Source Security Foundation, there you go. The Eclipse Foundation, which is going to put us, the Cyber Resilience Attestations Project, which will, if you want to know more about that, Jonathan can tell you. To ensure we are up on and representing the ecosystem in these evolving areas, which are very active. Our engagement is also providing pivotal information for policymakers. So we are actually feeding information back to policymakers because we actually we are sufficiently advanced in a bunch of areas. This is Jonathan, who you probably have seen. He's our CISO. He is a great resource for any security-related issues or questions that you might have. He can also explain the slides that you just saw much better than I can. Okay, so the EEF is also coordinating a bunch of projects. The Expert LSP project for Elixir is one of them. We are actually in talk with a few other companies to also sponsor Expert. And if that's something that you're interested, please come and talk with me about that. We also have the Rebar 4 Kickstarter, which was pretty successful. We had only 5 companies come into the Kickstarter, but if your company is interested in adding funds to the Rebar 4 Kickstarter, it's still possible for donations to that for that to be made, something like that. So what's really pivotal is that without we need some additional funding in order to get the really key parts of integration with OTP done. So more company support would be quite welcome. Okay, so we are also we're also supporting this project to bring NX to version 1.0. It's making very significant headway and is getting closer to its 1.0 status. The funding provided by Dashbit will get it to or close to 1.0, but it will need sustainable long-term funding from some combination of general foundation funds or from companies that are using NX who want to invest in a stable platform. Open telemetry needs some love. What is this, 16 items? So it hasn't seen a lot of active maintenance or the level of maintenance that it needs, and it has a bunch of these open features that will improve its performance and accuracy. We have a great opportunity to get this work done and have one of the most qualified people doing it. So that's Tristan Slaughter, who some of you may know. He's available to do this work. So if you use OpenTelemetry or interested in OpenTelemetry being the quality asset that we need, please consider sponsoring this foundational package. Sorry. We sent out an October newsletter. This is a link to the newsletter. It actually has a lot of information on the stuff that came before this. And we hope to send out another newsletter in December, which will catch things up. And if you have not joined the EEF, please consider joining. And if you would like more information about sponsoring, this is a link to the sponsor at earlyf.org. The foundation and its the foundation represents the whole community, and membership is either free, or if you can afford the $99 a year fee, you support, do your little part to support projects that the EEF and the EEF's ability to fulfill its mission. You'll also have a vote in the board elections in the spring. For companies, the simplest way to support the ecosystem and the future is to just sponsor the EEF. We have appropriate sponsorship levels for all kinds of companies. The bottom line is that there are a lot of projects that need support, and these are just a few of them. Part of what we want to be able to do is support projects that are much smaller and that need occasional maintenance, and there are lots of them. So if we have the kind of sustained funding coming in from the community, then we can make sure that the package stream that we all depend on is not only safe, but also kept up to date. And that's 6 minutes and 30 seconds.